I will keep your crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. Fully desperate people. Talk about rescue country.
I need someone to make me happy, someone to keep me smiling, someone to chop my money. She know what to me, oh yeah.
Money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital. Where were you all? Sitting there talking nonsense. Talking about because I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Wagner. Your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Wagner deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it. Because he knows this to be true.
I was never going to raise up this of Wagner. Because I went to campus. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said
Bring up the compliments, yeah. She got that. I know
spend my own money to bring him to all the money is for ourselves and leave your mouth. We call our family because some people are happy. Because it is a time to be happy. It is no bad time when the country is not better. It is never bad time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Well, we will come here and say,
okay, man, let's take this one down right now. Good morning, Christmas, man.
It's about education. It's about how well you govern the people. They have people that got degrees, they know nothing. The only person who will interview people that can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million and of marketeers, building rather, and younger ones to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is long way back carrying the benefit of. Because we are close.
What did Paladino Yaga Koluba? Same as me, my mother, your mama, happy to you. When you are not going to betray your Yakoluma or betray the Nigerian people and lie to them, your Yakoluma are not going to be classy. You understand? You understand? You understand? You go look for your Yakoluma, they can send up on the line. You go by Bobo Yaga? Yeah, that's the thing. They don't just respect your Yakoluma for that. We don't want to respect your Yakoluma for that. We don't want you. They see that you're doing it for your Yakoluma. They don't for your Yakoluma. Anything people buy, people get. Then you say, what are the way you not to tell the country they corrupt? You say you're going to take corruption for the country. Now you're calling it more corrupt on it. People die every day.
You said the president's problem is the most corrupt.
No, I said it, I'm coming down. So I will shut you. You will shut me then forget for your Yakoluma. I'm going to Yakoluma, you're not talking to you. Then you forget for your Yakoluma. Now I want to look for my day, they will send you down your Yakoluma. Then you forget for your Yakoluma. Anything I do from the name, I do for the other person. Then you do your Yakoluma. We don't know, they will know you. Our sister will go, take them to take your Yakoluma from them. Now you know. Then they are not doing your Yakoluma in our house.
Okay. All right, we're coming to anything you want to say final before we leave you. Thank you so much.
You know, I see because some of the corner, so they are one corner, they do our own day. And they tell the other police, they tell them what do on the corner of advance. You can't continue for it. Tell it to forget about your Yakoluma, eh? Okay.
Hello.
Eric,
Yeah.
I saw you made mistake. I heard you last night, me and Kun indeed to move Kufa. Absolutely, after the whole election, I'm in my corner. If you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't lay me down. They don't even have time. Oh. I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son Kun is vice president to him from Nimba. The Nimba people will not understand if I start hitting Breaker. The Senate started type of Breaker. When we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and they typed the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from there to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Breaker come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just taking all kind of way Breaker, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house. So they went talking away, some kind of thing they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate. Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2% to sign.
At a meeting comments giving money for. And this is and these are things we could not come to the public to disclose these things. We could not do these things because we were in too deep. We were in too deep. And so what did I do?
I guess what? Then people come and play. I swear. I'm with the EPA with me. The song I want and they get it wrong. My husband has edition and singing from Freepo. I was there to and I is the one say we them buy it there say na. We mo lo ta ko le never. Go running bien.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience, but why you for us? So why the rest now stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just stay for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping for the breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people as today. You can't love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That would you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we're not seeing changes. Promises you made, you and your rescue team. We're not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama.
Good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you are, however you are joining the conversation on the People's Radio, this is Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Khan Oliver Khan. Princess Alexa Vanja Cody is pretty seated on today's edition.
I just want to ask you one question. That will you give the rest?
We're going to be going up to 6 o'clock today with all of what you know constituting today's menu. But just in case you are just entering the country and perhaps you've not been following the political issues in the town,
promises you made, you and your rescue team.
Well, on today, the preliminary hearing into the arson case
CDC and Unity Party
between the government of Liberia and 4 representatives from the opposition community and a lawmaker from the Unity Party. We're going to look into those issues as well.
I just want to ask you one question. Now who you give the rest?
On the flip side of issues,
you not give him the people what they want.
The Liberian government has increased taxes on the people of our country.
The people say not.
We will talk about it. The government has increased taxes on you, the Liberian people, and so you are going to be purchasing goods at an incremental level. Get yourself prepared. The government has increased their taxes, and so you will be paying more money for the goods and services you used to have before. Because your government, your rescue administration, the government of Mr. Joe Yuman Boaka, His Excellency has increased the taxes on the Liberian people. In our possession, a communication which will be read by Princess Alexa Vanja Cody. The government of Liberia has announced increment in the prices of petroleum products as well. So those of you who have been buying the gasoline, just know that gasoline price coming increase. Amos Toy and the government of Liberia, the rescue government, has increased the price of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are hoping for the changes to come. We are hoping for the time where the bag of rice will reduce. We're looking forward to the moment where the gasoline price will reduce. Interestingly for our country, the government has increased the prices of petroleum products instead of having the rescue mission reducing it. This is the Liberia we are confronted with. This is the Liberia that you have. This is the Liberia that President Joe Boaka is preparing for us. Most of that, we're going to be looking into the... we'll not spend time on it, but we're going to be looking into what appears to be a political manipulation of Mrs. Mami Veronica Doe. with reference to the downloading, uploading, and reloading of the cow and other actions presented by the former Liberian president, His Excellency George Weah. And so with these topics, plus other issues of national concern, we're going to be having a wonderful show here on 87.9, your official radio station. We will take a break, have words from our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia. When that is done, we run into the show. But before then, if you're playing the cash giveaway, remember that today is $4,000 day. When you win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. Right here on the People Station. My name is Kai. Alexa is here. Let's take a break to be right back.
Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. The people say not like you.
Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, so Crime Stoppers Liberia is our official sponsor here on the platform. Alexa, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However way you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. We have a lot to talk about today, following yesterday as an interesting day in Monrovia, Liberia. But however way you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome.
Okay, so basically, there are too many things happening in the country, which we intend to talk about on today's edition. And yes, the first thing is we want to inform you that the government of Liberia, your government, the rescue government, has increased the prices of petroleum products on our market. In addition to that, there is a 12% increment in goods and service tax, the GST in the country. So there is a 12% increment in the taxes in this country. That is what we are confronted with as a people. That is where we are as a country, and we will talk about it. No wonder why we are being fought on a daily basis, but our job will remain the same. We will talk the talk. Will be informed as to where their country is. So that is where we are. That is exactly where we are as a people. So while all of this was happening, Alexa, the government was increasing taxes, and we're going to talk about all of those issues. So the case started today, Alexa, is in court now, so we do not have sufficient details on it. What we'll keep talking about will be the SAR attractions, the different SAR issues, the issues we'll be talking about. I heard journalists today asking former Speaker Kofa, Speaker Kofa, we heard that the police director called you today to apologize. The man said, no, I didn't see any call. He said, "Oh no, but that's what we are told. We're told that he called you to apologize to you." He said, "No, I didn't see any call. And I'm gonna tell him when I call me." Alexa, oh, you didn't hear? I mean, you didn't hear that?
I saw the video.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
it was funny.
Okay.
But I like the fact that it was straight to the point, right?
Okay.
Because basically you're already in court.
Yeah.
And there's no pleasantries at about this moment. So you're not to call if it is not about, you know.
The team are looking funny, right?
Tell him saying when I call
Yeah,
me.
tell him saying when I call me again. but trust me, I would have done the same. Yeah, I would.
Because why are you calling me?
Oh yeah.
That should be the why are you calling me?
Why should I be called in the first place? Because yeah, I mean, it's just understandable. The thing in court again, don't call me. It has now left the police. It is no longer in the police.
We're no longer doing business with you. In other words, we're done with you. We're no longer at the Liberia National Police headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
We're now in court. So there's no need to call me. And it was just great to the point because he didn't want to say much. The same people who had asked him, because they're journalists now.
Mm-hmm.
So it was news to have asked, hey, we've heard that the police director is maybe calling you or he called you and all that. So saying you carry the news, to me carry the news, but to him telling say he wanna call me. Very simple.
Oh yeah. So that is I'm struggling to see whether I can have that particular clip. I don't know where I place it. But okay, I think I have it.
Okay.
I have it right now. I want to send it to where I'll be able to play it for all of you to listen to it. So as the case will be on, these are things we'll be doing. But on the grounds of the courts today, Liberians were kind of asking a lot of questions. You know, why are we at this level? What is happening? This building was in charge of the Liberian National Police over 4 days prior to the fire, and so forth. How come? Why the police did not take full control of the entire safety of the building? How come police officers were in charge of the building and somebody went, according to what we are learning, and put it on fire? Is it that the police is this incompetent? Alexa, because if the police was on the ground present and they're informing us that somebody went and burned that place, then trust me,
you know, yesterday
trust me that there's a problem.
Yesterday I met a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's from Nigeria, by the way, and we were actually talking about what is happening in Liberia now with respect to, you know, the House of Legislature and the ongoing case at about this moment. So I shared with her what had happened, especially with the third fire incident, where now we have the former speaker and some lawmakers being sent to court, and today they're in court. You know, I explained about the investigative processes, and one of the major concerns that a lot of people have now with, you know, you have police officers on ground, especially now you have maybe security guards at Freedom FM, and they're here to make sure this place is really safe. Whoever comes in, that person will be checked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever comes in, that person will be looked at. So
Good.
You definitely know the identity of the person.
Mm-hmm.
And after that is already done, nothing else will happen that the people on ground wouldn't know, police officers wouldn't know.
Good.
So when I shared that with her, she told me this is really funny because she explained similar story. She had a car that was arrested and it was taken to a space more like the Ministry of Transport in Nigeria. And after a few days, she was called that her car got missing from the same space where the police officers are. And she said that's one of the things that she's a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that's very confusing, because how can you be a police officer and you're here to maybe protect property?
Your job is to protect the Capitol building.
So how?
Where were you?
What happened? Did you not see people?
The police should be investigated. Look,
I don't
the
know
police
going to work.
The police should be an institution of interest in this case. I know what it is, but
I asked this question yesterday.
The police should be investigated. You are look, and let's to your house. You remember Davido, the Nigerian, singer rapper, when his kid had the unfortunate situation in the yard, his domestic staff were questioned. I mean, you guys are in charge of security. How come you are here? The little boy went and got in the swimming pool. Look, the first line of interrogation that will happen is the folks in charge of security. But this is the political era we are in, and we are hoping that the judiciary, the court, will solve the problem.
and the people at to understand exactly all these things about investigative processes,
Sure.
because they have this very huge profile that tells Liberians how professional they are, and they understand all these different things. Now you have forwarded people to court, but then the first thing we were concerned about, why the police officers were not asked any questions, because we did not see that in any report.
Good.
That Oliver is a police officer. He was there at the Capitol when it got a fire. So today we're asking him. We did not see any of those things. You don't have to tell us it is confidential. No, the fact that you brought other people to the public, it is also important to inform Liberians that the police officers who were there, we've asked them, we've gotten their points and all that.
And look.
So I don't get it.
Look, if in any serious country where the president is very serious, I've said very serious. I know President Baka is serious, but I mean when the president is very serious, yeah. I mean, forget it. In any country where the president is very serious, the police boss will be suspended. I mean, whether you like it or not, he will be suspended. The proximity of the Capitol building to the executive mansion is stone throw.
You just cross.
When we're in the interior, you just take your sling and do the rack, poop. The rack will land to the executive mansion. That's how close the situation is. For the police to be in charge of that building,
and they don't know what's happening,
and they didn't see somebody go there. The fire did not start externally. According to all of their investigators, they say the fire started from within. One of the reports say around the curtain, something like this, and they saw the American report. So they've been saying. So the fact that it started internally shows that the police was now in charge of the building. It shows that you're gonna have men in blue sitting there gossiping. Lecturing, maybe on the telephone talking to their getting on video call, and that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. The next thing is a lawmaker was seen on the grounds of the Capitol.
Did you call
There
him?
is a record that shows that he was on Spoon Talk that same night.
Did you call
and
him?
On the grounds of the Capitol building, when they got offices for the lawmakers, ain't got room for them. They're not living there. When the president to the executive mansion after working hour, they say, okay. You know why? The president got a residential floor on the mansion, so he can live there. But the lawmaker ain't got bare room to do. What was he doing there at that night?
What exactly?
What was he doing there? Are we saying he burned the place? No, he. I mean, it is possible that he did not. It is possible he did.
But was he called for?
Was he called for questioning? Because he was present. He was present. I know if there were other lawmakers from the minority bloc side, the rule of law side, who would have been spotted on the grounds of the Capitol that night, I'm sure Greg Coleman would have invited them for questioning. But this is the kind of
what's really funny, right? And I don't want to say it is hypocritical, because now the case is in court, and then we will have lawyers to be there and defend their clients and all that. But when this whole thing started, did we have any of the members from the majority bloc of the House of Legislature, I mean, from Kokasa at about that point, was any of them called from the majority bloc?
No.
Because you had
nobody.
You had two parties, Oliver.
Nobody
right?
called from
You're
majority
looking
bloc.
for a motive. You had two parties, and of course they were fighting for supremacy to some extent. You had people who were basically on the side of the rule of law.
Good.
And then you have people who said they're majority members of the House of Legislature. So everyone had their own side. So if someone actually burned that building, everyone should have been called.
Oh yeah,
for questioning.
because all of them are individuals of interest.
We saw people from the quote unquote majority bloc went into Kofa's office.
Hello.
All of those things happen. So everybody is supposed to call everybody, whether you majority or minority.
The joint chamber got burned before.
Everybody should have been called
before the forceful entry into Speaker Kofa's office. Now,
so if you are looking for motive, everyone wants to prove a point.
Here is a point we have to consider, Alexa. The budget hearing, the illegal budget hearing, because it was not presided over by the legitimate speaker. The illegal budget hearing that they were able to sign resolution to legitimize recently was done in the joint chamber. It was on the date of that budget hearing when Representative Luther Collins' hand was removed from they can call it removed from Johnny, but scientifically it is dislocation. It was dislocated. The police flogged his hand with baton.
Imagine a whole lawmaker.
A lawmaker was beaten with baton. because he attempted entering the joint chamber that got burned. Police flogged him. So the police turned their back on the majority bloc lawmakers.
They were protecting.
Anytime you were encountering state security people, when they turn their back to you, it means that you the protecting.
They're protecting you.
When they're facing you, they won't attack you. So anytime you see police people coming to you, when they come into you physically,
they run away.
They know say you gotta run away. When they turn their back to you, it means they're protecting you. In the legislature, the whole fire issue, the police there would normally turn their back to the majority bloc lawmakers and facing the rule of law lawmakers. That's how biased it was.
And everybody saw that.
The Liberian National Police statement should not even be used to prosecute people.
You say,
because the police is a party to this thing. I mean, let's be honest about it. The police is a party to this thing. They were not mitigating anything. I mean, they were not serving as mediators at that legislature. They took side. The fact that they were flocking one side, one group of people,
and protecting the other side.
Yeah, and protecting the other side, they took side. But here is the point. The joint chamber was not accessible to rule of law members because the majority bloc, all through that period, they were using that joint chamber for their budget hearing. At the end of every day, because of the fear that the rule of law caucus will go and seize the place for them, they will normally lock the place
and have people there.
Yeah, and to do so. They were in charge of that place 24/7. Moreover, 2 brand new chairs that they were using to do their session.
That's the thing I would never
2
understand.
chairs they were using to do their session. Some other guy in your Gabriel appear in a dream, in the majority bloc member dream, say, yeah, majority bloc, in your Gabriel, thou say, remove the chairs.
Something's going to happen.
Something might happen. Yeah, the majority bloc member said, yeah, in your Gabriel appear in a dream and told them, say, remove the chairs. Yeah. Yeah, thou, faithful 7, Richard Kuhn, and majority bloc member, in your Gabriel say, remove the chairs. They removed the chair and that's the play got burned. After the place got burned, they took the 2 chairs and carried carried the city hall. How come chairs that were seated in a particular structure? What came to the people's mind to say, let's move the chair from there? Because the chairs have been there, the place been locked, the place been secure.
The Holy Spirit.
Why remove? So the angel spoke to the majority bloc and said, "Da, move the chairs.
Something's going to happen.
Something might happen." You know, the angelic voice. They conjure that joke. They conjure that joke. Pure joke. And there is no, I mean, nothing. It's pure joke.
And this is something very serious.
It is not funny because you are implicating people. You are implicating people. You know, it's funny, but it is not. So how you manage to know? Is it coincidental that you will go take chair and go move it?
And you know that's also a reason to have had them to be axed.
Simple.
You know,
what was the motive behind? Look, it's your investigator will call Jane Cole and people say, oh, excuse me, come here. It is our understanding that these 2 chairs were used in this chamber for your majority bloc session. Why were they removed? When did you remove them? There are other chairs in the building. There are other materials like the tables, you know, and other stuff. Why didn't you remove them? There are speakers, musical equipment. Why didn't you remove those materials? A serious investigator will want to go beyond all of those issues to ask questions. But you left them. You didn't bother. All of the public outcry. Oh, well, why the men on the chair from here before the play got burned? You didn't bother to ask them because there are people under the gavel of Richard Kuhn and Tifa. Under the supervision of Jeremiah Kuhn and Joe Barker. So they were immune to being probed. So you couldn't ask them. You couldn't ask them any question. And you made your issue one-sided. Look, we are not saying don't find out what's the situation.
Everyone wants to know
it pains my heart to see the Capitol building go in flames. The late William V.S. Tubman, who built that building, is my kinsman. It is his contribution and legacy that was at stake. You know what would have happened if that place going to burn to ashes? A major contribution of William V.S. Tubman would have erased from the face of our part of the earth. And I want justice to be done to those, to the Liberian people and those who may have burned it. If it is an act of arson and not electrical fault, let those people face the full weight of the law. But the process leading to finding that justice must be inclusive. It must be void of political interference and influence. It must be void of selective justice. The law should not be circumvented for a particular group of people, and when it reaches the other people's time, then the law won't put cloth on all a face. No, that has been selective. That has been selective. But we are happy that the case has left the executive, because the executive is very corrupt. In all fairness, the executive is very corrupt, very compromised. I can say that for free. The executive is corrupt. We trust the judiciary. You know why we trust the judiciary? In the midst of all of the political suppression and intimidation, the court was able to rule in favor of the law and said Kofa is the speaker. The executive was supposed to go and implement that court ruling. Fundamental civics, elementary civics says the lawmaker then can make law. And the judiciary can interpret the law. Then you say the executive can enforce the law. So the lawmaker made law on how somebody can be speaker. And they got confused on it. They go to the court for the court to interpret it. The court say, yeah, but how somebody can be speaker. So Kofa is the speaker. The court interpreted. It reached the time of the executive now to enforce what in the court say about the law.
They left the group chat.
Thank you. Executive close them all. Money for the arbor, corruption for the arbor, power, greed, flamboyancy, and arrogance for the arbor. They left. And they kept assigning security people to the wrong speaker while the original speaker was vulnerable, thereby leaving him to resign. After resigning, you go accuse the man. I mean, you charge him for burning Capitol building. Good. But why didn't you call the other people who removed the chairs before the building could be burned? Why didn't you do that? Who told them to remove the chair before the place could get burned? Injure Gabriel? Injure Marco? Injure Dennis? Injure who? Injure Collie? Who told them to do so? But that's what you have when you have a vindictive country where justice is selective and justice is not, for all. But we are hoping that in the future, generations to come will read through all of these things. And we are hoping that the court that we trust so much, and I'm going to say this, the fact that the court did not bow to the executive pressure to arm towards the law and declare an illegitimate individual speaker, I respect the court. Let justice be done. It's good that it left the political investigation of the police, and it is now at the court. Let the ball play at the court. Let the court be the one to decide. If Kofa and the other people, lawyers, cannot prove beyond all reasonable doubt why they should be, acquitted, let the law be the law. If they can convince the court that they are innocent, let the law be the law. But we are disappointed that the executive that prepared the charges, and forwarded the people to court, that the executive was very, very, and I repeat, very selective, partial, biased, and unprofessional in their attitude. I'm saying it. I owe no regret for what I'm saying. Because when you become so partial, when you allow partiality, to influence your professionalism, it becomes troubling. So Kofa, it's good that you are going. All of you guys, you got to go and abide the court proceedings. That is the only place these things can be settled. In the midst of tyranny and authoritarian, attitude, the law must serve as the stabilizer, and that's what we think the courts are there for. So let's hope that at the end of the day, this thing is going to be brought to a legal, logical conclusion beyond all reasonable doubts. Yeah, it's going to be a long road, but that's what it is, Alessa. Then we can
it is going to be a long road, but the fact that we are here now, it says a lot about where we are, because it started a couple of months back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have been on this for weeks. We're here today and we have, the case in court. We're also going to follow. But I think above all else, Oliver, it is important, as much as we have this case in court, it is important for Liberians to understand exactly where did this all start, and how some people were not asked, even though they are to be asked, or they were to be asked, especially when you're talking about investigation, So you're now going to sit back and just tell Liberians, based on what we have gathered, or based on what we gathered. Liberians are still concerned as to why some of the people who were being, very violent, they were excused from this investigative process. There are Liberians who are still asking questions about the police officers who were there at the Capitol to provide some level of security there. They're still concerned about that. But I think we've already passed that stage, and now we're here. So the lawyers are going to be there. Today was the preliminary hearing. Obviously it was
good,
and people already have different statements. People have different views, which is obvious. You have different views. You have people making their own statements at the end of the day. But I think I also agree with you that we have some level of trust in the judiciary, because they prove beyond all reasonable doubt when we had serious tension.
They proved that
exactly
the Kun JMB the money
everything about political influence, financial influence,
and they have to be independent.
They actually went beyond that, even though there were speculations that they had already taken money from this side and that side. They just went to work, and whatever people who understand the Constitution has said, they actually followed the Constitution of Liberia. They interpreted the Constitution of Liberia, and that saw Kofa, become victorious legally at the end of the day. After that happened, every Liberian, I'm not talking about people who are insensitive. I'm not talking about people who would just be political about every single thing, but every Liberian who followed through and who hoped that, the court or the judiciary system would have done what was right in the interest of Liberians and in the interest of the Constitution, to have the Constitution to be respected. They saw exactly what happened, and the court was held at the end of the day. It was not because it is Kofa. No, it was because this is the fight to have the Constitution to be respected, not just in Liberia, but across Liberia. People would know that Liberia has strong laws, and these laws are to be respected to a greater extent. So we're here now, and we're still looking forward to exactly what is going to happen in court. After today, we know it is going to be like a long way. We'll have different appearances. We'll have different legal teams just there presenting the different, arguments and all that. Since the government claims to have strong pieces of evidence, I look forward to that, Oliver, because they've always said it. Oh, we have evidence. We have evidence that there's strong evidence against this man or against these people, and we know that this is exactly what they're accused of. So now we see in court, lawyers, the legal teams will be there representing their clients, representing their people, and will follow through to know exactly where this is going to go. So if the lawyers who are representing the former speaker, Funanti Kofa, along with some of the other lawmakers, if they're going to be there to prove that their clients are not guilty, as of now, they're all presumed innocent until proven guilty. And that is in our Constitution. So I see some people who claim to know a lot in this country. They're already rendering judgment, which is really silly because our Constitution is very clear. If you see a lesser store chicken, country chicken, even if you see it in my hand, the Constitution say I am presumed innocent until all can come in a court. Your brain so gonna lay it in. I will say, oh, Alexa is guilty at the end of the day, right?
But yeah.
So now, Funanti Kofa is innocent. He is presumed innocent. Dixon Sibo and the rest of the other guys, they're all presumed innocent until proven guilty. So if you're already rendering judgment, well, that's on you. That's, I wouldn't say that's some level of insensitivity, but I think that's ignorance. So if you think you already know, say, oh, the person guilty, none without the end of the day where the court will say, oh, no, the final ruling is this person is guilty, then you're on your own. But we'll look forward to exactly what's going to happen. I'm sure it is going to be as interesting as the previous one was, especially with the issue of legitimacy at the House of Legislation and all that. We're going to follow through, and the lawyers will be there just talking about what is happening. But the executive should also be very serious and stay off. This is not an appeal, though.
Okay.
Because we want this to go smoothly, in as much as we trust this system based on what happened previously. The executive should stay off and forget about any level of influence you want to have.
Okay.
Please, for the sake of Liberia.
So breaking news, G. Bacchus Kappa again, who was initially arrested, has been released according to what we are gathering. And so, yeah. So we'll get the details of that story during the course of the week and update you as to what are the terms and conditions he's been released under, what led to the arrest, and subsequent detention. All of those issues will be investigated. But let's go back to, before we go take calls for the first segment, we'll talk about the tax increment. You know, the government is about to. The government has already increased suffering.
They've already done that.
The only thing that remaining for the impact of the suffering that the government already officially declared to start happening. That's it. The government already officially increased suffering. Gasoline prices, the prices of gasoline and fuel already increased. So taxes, GST taxes, 12% GST, goods and service tax, 12% increment has been done. So we'll make it very practical here for you. We'll make it very practical. Practical for you. That's what we'll do. So there's going to be 12% for GST in this country. That's how terrible it is. So your taxes have increased, but we will talk about it later on. So the mommy dough issue, we're not going to spend more time on it because, Alexa, I just wanted to brush on it, very, very, very quickly.
I couldn't stop laughing.
I understand this political thing is becoming so funny. The first thing is the former president left the house. He did not ask to give the family cow. The traditional people went to him and said, "Our son, you are the first son of Samuel Kanyando, per tradition. Please, the way your man died, come here, you got to kill cow for us. Kill one cow in Grangida, kill one cow in Monrovia. Although we not know what's in your pocket." That's what the woman said. We played here yesterday. The former president woke up and said, "Okay, the request you guys give me, I will honor it. I'm going to do it. So tomorrow, Finn, I will bring the cow and the rest and this. I give him small thing for the mat. The Faki. He made us that particular donation." I don't know where was the president of our country, President Bwaka. But after the former president left, in less than 20-30 minutes, President Bwaka arrived to the same mat. He went there to pay his tribute. The next morning, Mami Doe decided to go and return the materials that were given by the former president. Other family members started arguing. In fact, the family members started telling her, "If you try it, you alone will bury your man. Because I dare respect you on. It's against our tradition. When you try it, you alone will bury your man." I'm being serious about it. They said that. I have the clips.
Of course. I watched.
Yeah, I have the clips. And I will endeavor to play the clips. But I just want to explain because I will not talk too much on it. So the family people started telling her, "Look, if you try, you will bury your man. This is disrespect. Why you want proof? Why you want show? How do you allow yourself to be politically influenced?" But let me advise Mami Doe, as a political pundit who understands the politics of this country and been following these political people, we know who is who and what is what. I see that I'm not saying Mami is not independent in her own thinking, but I see it that there are people who are influencing her from a political lens. Do this, say this, for their personal selfish political interest. Mami, it has been reported that is what is done to you because somebody is promising to make you an ambassador. Or Alexa, we have been told that they are promising to make Mami an ambassador to one of the countries around the world. That's what we are told. It has been investigated. It is yet to be independently confirmed. And we stand to be corrected on that one. It has been alleged that Mami will be appointed to one of the countries as ambassadors, as one of Liberia's ambassadors. So what our intel is giving us is the fact that she is on this campaign spree to make it appear that President George Weah is now a nice man to the people of Grangida County. And how you call this thing? The Unity Party and President Bwaka, Jeremiah Kun are the saviors to the Unity Party. To the people of Grangida. And so for Mami, we are political analysts, and we've been in this field for a long time. We know what we know. Before allowing President Joe Bwaka and the Unity Party people to make you do what you are doing, to carry cow, return cow, carry cow. Before you allow President Bwaka and Joe Bwaka, the Unity Party people, to influence you to do what you are doing, remember that this same Joe Bwaka was vice president of this country when over 13 Grangidians where he castrated at Nassau Beach for no reason. I repeat, no reason. Over 13 Grenadians were jailed, imprisoned. Joe Biden was vice president. He didn't say anything. So before you allow him to make you do cow reloader, low cow, up low cow, cow reloader, I want you to be reminded of this. And Grenadians are aware, mommy, if you do not know. Grenadians are aware of what happened. He was vice president when they were jailed. Unjustifiably, later on, they had them released. Later on, when they found no reason, they released them, the Grenadians, they set them free. Your kinsmen. It didn't stop there. Joe Biden became president. A Grenadian man who Georgia made Central Bank of Liberia governor, made him the CBO governor, J. Aloysius Taru. Joe Biden went to work and took Taru from his job, sacked Taru and appointed his brother from Lofa County, put him in the position. And you sit here and allow United Party people to make you do cow reloader, to low cow, off low cow, and reload cow. What do you want to prove? Are you allowing the old man's funeral to be politicized? If these people have so much care and love for Grand Gila County and you people, why didn't this man leave Taru in a position? After all, Taru had a tenure position, but he broke the tenure position law, violated it, went and grabbed Taru, removed him. And you allowing yourself to be manipulated for politics? For politics? I mean, you are a daughter of a respectable man from Grand Gila. Look, sometimes Alexa, your parents can be well respected, but you as a child, or you people who are children, you don't carry yourself around correctly. Although people respect your power, but they will not respect you because of the way you carry yourself. The same thing your brother did, Samin Doe Jr. They told Samin Doe Jr. Not to run in a particular election in Grand Gila. He refused. And he said, oh, because my father, Samin Doe, and Samin Doe Jr., I will force him to go contest. He went in the election, he had, I think, 800 votes from Grand Gila County. I think 800 votes, that's what he had. Your power can be popular. Your power can be influential, but if you do not carry yourself in a respectable way and that will be traditionally prudent, you're not going to benefit from the glorious days and attributes of your father. You're not going to benefit from it. And that's why you should stop being manipulated if it is what happened to you. I mean, this is not about, our regular disregarding whatever personal feelings you may have or whatever this discomfort you may have had, for whatever reason. I do not want to contest that. But the mere fact that we are being told that this is being politically sponsored brings us to the particular place where we will be left with no other option but to tell you that you are toying with an unfavorable pet. In the country, they say snake, not pet. Snake. You're not something to keep in the house. Say, oh, I'm a dog. I'll be keeping it. I'm my animal to be playing with it. You can play with snake. If this man had love for your country people from Grand Gila, he wouldn't have been vice president and sit there and allow 13 of your people to go to jail free. No crime, no justification, whatever. Sat down and went to jail. Grand Gideans, jail them. Free some of them, and some of them got free under President Weah administration. No, it should not be the case. Your brother Samakayan Doe Jr., he didn't support George Weah. But when Weah took over, they kept him on his consultancy payroll at the Freeport of Monrovia. It was it was in 2024 under Joe Biden government when they removed him from the Freeport. Mommy, your brother Joe Biden Jr., Samin Doe Jr. ain't tell you? Ain't tell you? Aloysius Taru, who got removed from Central Bank because he's from Grand Gila. And we got a Joe Weah appointed him by the same government, and you allowing them to make you local, off local, re-local, and you think you are a star. You think you. I mean, we empathize with your situation. We are sympathizing with you. We are sharing your grief. May your mother so rest in peace. We in sympathy with the bereaved family, but don't politicize this thing. Don't do it, because when you do it, those who know the truth will come out and talk it. So please allow the old man to be buried. traditionally, it is time of bereavement and sickness and this stuff that people mend fences. Whatever the case is, whatever issue you have with the former president, you have your right, you have your entitlement to express them. But when you allow yourself to be politically manipulated, used, not by any group of people, but by people who have inflicted injuries on your own people, then it becomes troublesome. And so, I mean, we just saw all of what it is. But I mean, a few reasons why I think you are being manipulated is the fact that you sat down there, the donations were made, you didn't talk anything.
Exactly.
The next day, only because Joe Biden went there, President Biden went there after, boom, your hair changed. You come out and do this. This man is the president of the country. All the schedule in the country that they man get it. The old man died almost 2 weeks ago. Why ain't had to wait? The president, why ain't got to wait all through that time? Only because the former president go there at time, you go there. Okay, let's assume he has his own personal schedule. But you accepted it. You didn't reject it. Why the former president was there? He left. President Biden went to you, gave you some more money. The next day, you start returning President, we have the materials back. I mean, those who are suspecting that you are being tampered with by the United Party, they are right. They are right to have that suspicion. Because it may not be just a coincidental situation. It may be as a result of a well-calculated plan to use you as a political bait, and you don't want to do that. Look at how your mothers and aunties were dealing with you on the mat. Do you know what it means when you are having a trouble and your country people go and tell you, say, if you try it, you alone will bury your man? It is terrible. It is not a good thing. But I ain't gonna say more on it. I ain't gonna say it. If your pa be man, you the child, and you coming up, parade yourself in that respectful order. Your brother did that same thing. When the grandchildren, like I said before I submit, the grandchildren warned him, the elders told him, hey, Jim, you know, we the Southeasterners, that's our accent. Jim, they think not your time. You know, wait, it's not your time. Hold yourself, do the one. He refused, oh, my father sent me do. My father get grandchildren. And so I will contest. He went there, 800 votes. Grandchildren got over 30,000 votes, 800 votes what again. It's because he didn't listen to the elders. You too, you are not listening to the elders. That used to hold money on mat. Hello? That used to hold money on mat. President Biden go and tell the money and put it. That used to hold the money on mat. Where are the other elders? But I ain't gonna say more on it. Alexa, you know, we hear you quickly, we take calls, then we go to our next topic. We got plenty to talk about. We just want to talk about it in a few minutes.
You know, this is not supposed to be funny, right? But yesterday we saw a lot of people, you know, say what they think. And today they're still talking about it. It's a bit comical on the social media, but it is really serious. Yesterday I said, whenever a person dies, you have a moment where you have mixed emotions. When you lose a loved one, you have mixed emotions. Sometimes you're angry, sometimes you're sad, and the emotions you are feeling, only you can actually tell us how you're feeling. But we know it is a sad thing whenever a person is lost. Whenever a person dies, it is a sad thing. So we expect that people will act in a certain way, whether it is going to be okay or not. We understand to some extent because you have lost your mother. And whenever a person loses their mother, it is really sad. But in that same vein, it is important to exercise some level of respect for people who are coming to sympathize with you, whether you like them or not, whether you support them politically or not. One of the reasons you have diverse people coming to, you know, sympathize with someone when they lose a person close to them is because that's death, and to some extent it unites people. So George Weah, who is Liberia's former president, visited your house or your home where you had traditional mothers, traditional fathers, traditional uncles and brothers. Everybody was there. George Weah did not make an announcement on his own that, hey, I'm going to present to the family 2 cows. He did not make any announcement on his own. An old lady asked him, And yesterday, Oliver played that recording. We don't have much time, so we're just going to brush it up. Yesterday, Oliver played the recording, and the lady asked George Weah as the first son. That was her way of referring to him, the first son of the late Nancy Doe. And I think that was done traditionally. Tradition is meant to be respected, regardless of where you are, regardless of who you support or who you do not support. He was asked, or request was made, and he honored that request and told the family members, or the old lady who asked, told her the 2 cows would be available. Finna will bring the 2 cows in simple Liberian English. True to his word, 2 cows were made available. Fast forward, you're turning the whole cow around and merry go round. We understand that. But do not allow people who are claiming to be concerned, who are claiming to sympathize with you and understand the pain you're going through in this moment of bereavement. Do not think they mean well for you. If you allow yourself to be used by these people, you're going to regret that. And I'm not saying this as a threat, but we know in every person's life, you have a moment where you just sit back and be like, wow, I'm not supposed to do that. Because your own people who have come to be with you in this moment where your mother is gone, they are now telling you you're going to bury your mother on your own because of how you are acting. That's tradition. You disrespected the very people who requested the house. You disrespected the very people who have left Grandjita, the very Grandjitas, even from Monserrado County, who are going to sympathize with you, who are going to be there with you. You have disrespected them. If you did not want that gift, number one, gift is not forced. I've said this over and over again. If Oliver is going to give me a bottle of water, and if I do not want that,
right there,
I would tell him, say, I don't want it.
Oh, yeah.
He can't beat me. He can't do nothing to me because he gave me a gift. I say, I don't want it. It is not forced.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not want something from someone, it is not forced to accept it. You had the opportunity on that same day to tell the former president, oh, thank you so much for the offer. We're sorry, all of these things are already covered. Right there, it was going to be done and dusted. We'll not be discussing how the cow turning all around, the miracle around. No. It was going to be done and dusted. But now it has turned into politics, which it is not supposed to be. So we know every family is messed up at a point in time. The family they will get it, they're not perfect. My family not perfect, all your family not will get something that can happen in the family. 100%. So you will have to agree, disagree, and all that. But if you did not want the materials given, you should have said, no, thank you, but we do not want these things.
Good.
President Weah will not grab you and be you. No. He will not be you. Are you saying you not want it? Simple. But I do not understand. That's one of the things I'm trying to understand. And Oliver said it right there. There are some unconfirmed reports, and I'm sure we're going to confirm these different reports, and we'll get back to the public again to just talk about it. If you have been promised based on what is being reported, if you have been promised a job, if you have been promised a certain position, that's one of the reasons you're acting the way you're acting. It is on you. It is not on us. But you have to know what respect is. You have to know that when people are trying to use you, you have to understand that. Because Oliver has never been there for me. This is not even to be tribalistic. Oliver has never been there for my kind. That's something to understand. You're educated, yeah, but sometimes educated people do not understand certain things. Sometimes educated people do not comprehend certain things.
Good.
So please do not allow yourself to be used. If you're not being used, well, fine. But if you're being used, this is not okay. For you, it is not okay, because the very people who have come to be there with you, the very people who have come to sympathize with you, they're now telling you you're going to bury your mother. When a person dies, it brings people together. It brings different people together. And you've had different people there. So please, Mama, I know Mami Do or Veronica Do, and I know which one on the name are your name. But do not threat, and arrogance. Do not do that, man, because it will be on you. Or will be here again. It will be on you. It will not be on Liberian people. It will not be on the old man who tell you say when you do like our Benin that they think Benin this no. But it is not okay. Again, our sympathies to you and your family. I know, President, we are not really taking it to be big issue, nah, at all. But on you now, seriously.
Okay, all right. So that is exactly what it is. So we promise to play you. We talk about two issues, right? The Capitol building issue and the Mamindo situation, which we are consummating. We'll go to another topic during the course of the second segment. But since we talk about both the Capitol building thing and the Mamindo situation, this is when the family told her that thing you own, this and that. So this is when the family had issue with her. Take your time and listen to this one.
Funny and serious.
Oh my God. Oh no, Alexa, what are you laughing for?
Liberia is a funny country.
Oh my God. Just hold on, fellow Liberians.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay, all right. So this is when the family were telling her your one will bury your man, and so forth. Let's listen to the other one.
Okay. Judging College.
People die for 12 minutes. So we can't divide what's up. So the thing what can hear that was some get it. Mommy do that was daughter. She's supposed to consult her before she do anything. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Judging College.
People die for 12 minutes. So we can't divide what's up. So the thing what can hear that was some get it. Mommy do that was daughter.
Okay. Judging College.
People die for 12 minutes. So we can't divide what's up. So the thing what can hear that was some get it. Mommy do that was daughter. She's supposed to consult her before she do anything. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Judging College.
People die for 12 minutes. So we can't divide what's up. So the thing what can hear that was some get it. Mommy do that was daughter. She's supposed to consult her before she do anything. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Judging College.
People die for 12 minutes. So we can't divide what's up. So the thing what can hear that was some get it. Mommy do that was daughter. She's supposed to consult her before she do anything. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So Elasa, when you listen to the women, when you listen to the women who requested for the cow from President Weah, they say the way he want the matter is so to get them cow for the women to eat in Moria and for them to eat again in Grand Chile. So when Mamindo started carrying the cow from back and forth, the women too spoke. The women said, no, don't do it. That cow was brought here for we, the Grand Chile women. Mommy, enough for you. We can assimilate. Yeah, that's what we said. When your parents are respectable people, when people respect your parents, even when you, anyway, when she's bereaved, I can't say more, but that's what it is. So the murders. So while we're trying to load the other clip, this is what Fanatiko told the journalists who were asking him whether Gary Como called him today. Listen to it.
Call me for what?
To apologize.
When?
Today.
No, I see no call for no police RG. Tell him not to call me.
All right.
Why? Apologize. When?
Today.
No, I see no call for no police RG. Tell him not to call me.
All right.
Why should you call me for what? Apologize. When?
Today.
No, I see no call for no police RG. Tell him not to call me.
All right.
Why should you call me for what? Apologize. When?
Today.
No, I see no call for no police RG. Tell him not to call me.
All right.
Why should you?
You hearing the journalist? They say we have a police RG grab come on, call you today to apologize to you. The man said, why? I didn't receive any call from anybody there. He said, yeah, but the man said he called, he said, tell him, shouldn't call me again.
Call me for what? Apologize. When?
Today.
No, I see no call for no police RG. Tell him not to call me.
All right.
Tell that man not to call me. That man who have police protecting the Capitol building, and this you who Bonnie said, I mean, Bonnie, tell him not to call me. I think I'm the interpretation. But let's go to the lines and take calls. But before we do that, let's take this quick break. Let me see before I take that break if our grandgender women, if our grandgender women response is ready. As we are loading it, listen to Kova again. Listen to JFK one more time. And the main crew behavior comes out.
Call me for what? Apologize. When?
Today.
No, I see no call for no police RG. Tell him not to call me.
All right.
Why shouldn't
call? I mean, journalists do. Let that journalist do get problem. Why shouldn't call you? Anyway, that's a good question. Why the man shouldn't call you? Journalists are very sarcastic, bro. But again, that's where we are. Okay, that's where we are. I want to play this one quickly. Listen to this one.
This morning, unfortunately, we heard that the thing was rejected and she carried a bag, all the information. So we decided to come for a emergency meeting.
All right.
Okay. So we come for our meeting. For the meeting straight, we let show and brought all the items back.
Okay.
We got an item for the Nigerian women to celebrate our mother who buried.
Okay.
It is not for money. It is not for any political leader.
Okay.
It's for the grandchildren women to celebrate. Let's say those who buried.
Okay.
That's what they brought the items for.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't put it there.
Okay.
The former president.
Okay.
Now he says that let everything let him.
Okay.
Now,
So thank you. So if you having to see mommy today, what will you say to her?
I see mommy. I said, mommy, you wrong, my daughter.
Okay.
Mommy, tell her.
Okay.
You don't love your body.
Okay, I know nothing about it.
She did it all.
She did it on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, she never did it in the interest of
So
grandchildren.
she knows what they need her money. They can't admit. She's supposed to explain it. Let everybody hear it.
Okay.
But if you see behind the people,
Okay.
you accept it, then you leave it. You know,
Okay.
it's wrong.
It's wrong. So the fear is it's not about politics.
Yeah, that we are.
Okay.
For me, she was to sort for people.
Okay.
The leaders
Okay.
of the Nigeria. And since the year started, we get come here 2 hours. And we will continue. We are the ones that sent for those things.
Okay.
And when we met it yesterday, we were very happy and glad to see us stressing here. And those who are not been seeing her, but at least they will know that this woman is a leader. Osmos and leader, and she fight for experience and also for the Nigerian women. So for what happened, it was from that was to where the money was coming from the and last very bad for us to come here to make peace. All we want for the old man to be burial, to be buried.
Okay.
We want a befitting burial for her,
Okay.
and want a peaceful gallery for her.
Okay.
We want all the Nigerians women and the entire Nigeria country to be together in peace. So we are not going to take one little question idea and just for everything.
Okay.
So for that reason, we apologize that they should bring the cow back for peace sake. So we are coming here yesterday in the interview or his statement. We all said we are awesome. At the end of the day, the person gave this to me very bad. You know what I mean? We disgracing ourselves, not just we are disgracing. So we are not doing it on party. If this is political thing, they need to stop it. Because we are talking about Nestle though, and we are talking about the first lady from the country with you. So the way in which they carry it, when we got the news, how we clear we gather here, and our leaders, our president, and all of people they put together, people so want to cow red because we told you that we needed your father died. Because always people say, Joe, we are our good son now. So we say, because of your father, we need cow here. And immediately he brought the cow. So what should they bring on? We hearing now the people carrying it, the Facebook carrying it, we hearing people calling us. So for that reason, we call for the cow to come back.
Yeah.
We even say for the breast, we say for everything.
So
Okay.
I was able to make it possible.
Right.
Bring the cow back.
Okay.
Because traditionally, when somebody knew how to fish, not kill each other, because of the war,
Okay.
Okay, all right, so that's what it is. That's what it is. Let's take this quick break. We take word from Crime Stoppers Liberia, Old Man Same Science, non-governmental organization. Then we go to the lines and take Liberians on the two topics.
From the center to interior, keeping us safe, let's stop in crime for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop in crime for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Call us on 086 500 104, 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. For those of you outside of Liberia, especially those of you interested in the Grand Gita County situation, can call us on +231 86 500 104. He didn't call me. I didn't see a call. But you're telling him not to call me. Yeah, you're telling him not to call me. Kofa, sends journalists a message to deliver to Greg Como, the police director. Let's talk to the first batch of callers on the line. Good evening. Let's hear you. How are you? How you doing? How are you, Chief? Go ahead, Raska.
I appreciate you for the topic on the discussion. But good afternoon to His Excellency, Dr. George Manawia. The action for Mamido, that is here, Mamido, who the police has a moral death, as for me, you got to put a person and half in the country. So if you want to put a moral death, we put it out there. And let me tell you, we are never partaking in getting on the father's death. So we are here, but we have never fought war in this country. Your father was the one who started
No, we're not gonna let you go to that level. Let's talk to the person. Hello, 1 minute. How are you?
Yeah, Oliver, good afternoon. How you doing?
We're great, my dear brother. Let's hear you, sir. Quickly.
Yeah, this is Desmond Khan. I missed the show yesterday. I tried to wait. So, you know what? When somebody dies, that's a place we go air and make peace. Then if I ever have any different thing with somebody, I bring your son away here. And mommy, though, is not the one to be speaking here. When the error in your house finish talking, you the child, you sit down there, you close your mouth. So if you have anything political, when you finish burying your mom, when you turn to the night gown, we'll go there for flare muscle. No, this is that fault. You know what happened me? The Nigeria era was not going to come back for our cow. Our cow was going to get our body help, but I will almost eat you.
That party cow there will leave. Let's take another caller. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, this is Calvin Wachenko calling from Man Barkley.
Man Barkley, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. That entire thing, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that Mami was played with. But the thing is, the Ghanaians spoke. The people want to win a house of Ghanaians, but unfortunately they have won a heart of Mami and Georgia for
You sounding like you from Grange there.
You're a smart guy.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, 1 minute. How are you? Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Okay. Conclude your thoughts. You know, say on the show, we restrict people. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead now. You already took it back. Let's hear you quickly.
Okay. What we want to say is short is, but then we are the people, man. You know, partaking anything of Mami Joe father. So I don't want Mami Joe to take this personal. So we are the people, man. So the action coming from Mami Joe is very including the jobs we are, but we're not accepted. What we are treated because we are the people that will carry the culture.
Okay.
Mami Joe, you heard this, we have to be popular. Thank you.
Okay, we leave you right there. Let's go to America and take this question. Go ahead. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, okay. This is Medicine from New Jersey. I work and let me quickly.
Go ahead, Medicine.
You know, I listened to all the things you said on the COPA issue quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The brethren approved last on the accuser. Now what the law says.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer, but we win the cases on the television in America every day. Cases of high-profile cases, criminal cases, are tried live on television. COPA will go to court with a lawyer then, and if the lawyer then choose not for COPA in a group to make a statement, they will not make any statement. The government can prove that case beyond reasonable doubt and find them guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Or anything other than beyond reasonable doubt, COPA then will walk out of that court free without making a statement. That's what the law says.
Okay.
It's on them.
Thank you.
That case.
Thank you very much.
Secondly, on the Mami Doe issue, please.
Quickly.
On the Mami Doe issue.
Quickly.
Mami Doe brought disgrace to herself, not even to the people of Grandjide, not even to the rest of the Samuel Doe family. She brought it on herself. Even a Bada Mayor Queen of Liberia, that will never take away the support the Grandjide have for President Weah since 2005 up to today. It will not take it away.
Okay.
It will never take it away. Let just put herself.
Thank you. We leave you. Let's go back to this person is in the U.S., but I don't know where in the U.S. they're from. Hello, let's hear you quickly. Go ahead.
Yeah, Oliver, this is Ishmael. It's so cool. I really want to talk on this issue today.
You're already on the line. What place you calling up from, Ishmael?
Yeah, I'm calling from Minnesota.
Go ahead.
And you know, and Nephew Doe and her son forgave Prince Johnson, who killed her husband.
I can.
They forgave Amos Sawyer, then who took her husband money from another country. They forgave Eddie Johnson Salif, who brought war upon them. They forgave Charles Taylor. What the job we had to do to this family?
No, not the whole family. Not the whole family.
Campaign against George Weah.
Okay.
They campaign against George Weah. Right? And 3 times they campaign against this young man. And the people they campaign for, they're the one to say George Weah is Doe's son. They want to confirm that on George Weah that Doe's son. You know what it is to be a Doe's son in a political arena in Liberia? It's a liability.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But he never rejected that.
Yeah.
You see? I have never forgiven Prince Johnson for what happened.
Oh, no.
Doe killed my grandmother and my auntie.
No, we will not.
And my uncle.
We will not go to that level. I mean, sorry about it.
I have never forgiven what Prince Johnson did.
Sorry about it. We will not go to that level. But thank you. Conclude your thoughts.
Where she coming from to say she against George Weah? We're going to take her also. No. I mean, we're not taking on that. Let's talk to J. Marco. Why Marco Gilman? Go ahead. Jide Hard Talk, man. Let's hear you. Mr. Gilman, let's hear you. Oh, these people keep interrupting our WhatsApp calls. Yeah. Marco Gilman, are you getting me? Please do not call my number. I'm using this phone for WhatsApp. All of you calling my number, call the station number. Stop. Don't call my number. An attempt for you to call my number again, I'll block you. Okay. I hope this warning will be received. Don't call my number. I'm using it for WhatsApp. Call the station number. Go ahead. This person, how are you? How you doing? Okay, Mr. Gamer, you're back. Hello? Okay, while we try to arrange Michael Gilman, let's talk to this person. Hello? Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Hello? Hello? Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you quickly.
Okay. My name is Musa Brown, and I just want to weigh in, to this whole cow issues and concerning Mamido. Okay, we are traditional people. Mamido is not more than the people of Krinchi there. Now the elders. The first thing Mamido have disgraced her own uncle. She brought disgrace to your neighbor. Amen. No matter how you angry, the last person that can talk to you that you're my brother, when he says stop, you should stop. No matter how old you are. What kind of position they will give you? Even they make you ambassador, they make you president. So it means that when Mamido becomes somebody in Liberia, you know what happened? She become a dictator. That's the posture she has put on. And that posture came from Junior when the great leader told him, no, don't go. You already have your brother, your first cousin running. You let him go. He said no. They taught him lesson. Maybe that lesson got to be taught to Mami. Your strength is your people. We are African, we got tradition. Mami should know that. People who know her, please talk to her, tell her. When you're speaking, you turn around, your people say, hey. When you keep speaking, when you turn around, your people say, move from here. And that's what Mami is doing. That's wrong.
Okay, thank you.
But when it comes to the case, the issue of the case in court right now, look, I tell you what.
Speaker Kova said the police director will not call him.
No, let me tell you something, okay? That case will be won by Kofa then. And you know what? When it reach a certain point, those very people will start to delay that case only because they want for them to change. They know that the chief justice coming to retire, and they're going to appoint another chief justice, and then they will appoint another judge. But that will not even help because that case, every Liberian attention is to that case.
That's right. Thank you.
And we'll make sure that the people that did that thing will come out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We take Mr. Michael Gilman. Go ahead, Gilman. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, KOK, Alexa, and the Liberian people. It's great to be back with you this time again. I listened to you speak about the case and possible persons of interest who were never called for any questioning. Then the network, man. I don't know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We are hearing you. Go ahead. We are hearing you loud.
Hello?
Hello. We are hearing you loud and clear, Mr. Gilman. America got network problem now?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Speaking American English. We leave you right there, Mr. Michael Gilman. I think he has network problem. But let's come home and take some calls from Liberia. Let's talk to Hussein Kiawu. Go ahead, Hussein. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Thank you, manager, and a pleasant good evening to Alexa.
Go ahead.
Thank you always for the opportunity. So I listened to the different talking points. Let me talk about what I have to do with the court system, right? We follow the case today. This is what I told my friend. Law is reasoning, right? It's not emotional. So the government accused, they have to, produce part of the evidence in the court. Now, I know people who think they want to be, sometimes sentimental or being more loyal to a political party or individual. So, even those that accused, right, they have to prove beyond all reasonable doubt. This is why the court system is open for argument. Today it started, the lawyers will argue, right? So, if you think the court is going to be emotional or they want to attack a certain group of people,
what are you saying? What are you saying? Because we just told you that we trust the court and we trust the court to bring this to bed. What we had issue with is the selected nature of the executive when they were preparing the charges. Why did they not consider people who removed chairs prior to the place getting burned? Why did they not consider a lawmaker who was spotted on the ground on the night of the arson?
Yeah, right? The police have their own intel, right?
Okay.
They are responsible to
Even in the wake of glaring accounts from the public, the police will ignore those things and work on their own intel.
No, but I know I will not question your ABC journalism. So why should I question the police for that intelligence, of reporting, right? They get their investigation and they have the understanding.
Why do you call on radio stations? Who's in Kewu?
What do I call?
Yeah, why do you call on radio station? Why is the United Party government, having you in their PR mechanism?
Don't reduce me to that level, kind.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to Wild Michael Gilman. Mr. Gilman, go ahead. I think he's calling directly. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I needed to relay this message or this info.
Quickly.
I was saying that possible people of interest whose statements and actions between December 17 to the 18th were never called for any questioning. The likes of Mo Ali, who made 2 posts on December 17th.
You said there will be watershed tomorrow.
There will be watershed news tomorrow.
Yeah.
With 2 exclamation marks.
Yeah.
He made another post early December 18 morning and said, Water and Sewer is collaborating well with the fire service at the Capitol. He did another video sitting in his car. I will share those videos with you guys if you don't have it. Mo Ali is seated in his car with a driver or whoever were in the car between LU and the Capitol building, and he's videotaping the Capitol building with the smoke over the rotunda, and he's able to pinpoint exactly where the fire is coming from. He said, "Oh, the Capitol building is on fire. That's the speaker area, the speaker office, that is on fire." And what Mo Ali said in that video. He was never caught. James Collette, the representative from Bond County, said he removed the chairs because he was afraid. He said we were afraid before somebody destroyed them. Then the journalist asked him, "Why did you cry?" He said, "I cried because the destruction was massive. We never expected it." What did he expect?
Oh yeah, you didn't know how the fire come, but how you didn't expect it to be so high?
Okay,
send me all the videos.
Samuel Koga, lastly, I will share all those videos with you. Samuel Koga, Grand Theft Spoon TV, interview December 17, right after the protest. Samuel Koga is seen seated in his car on the grounds of the Capitol. You can see the Capitol building behind him. I think at the center side, you can see it directly behind Samuel Koga. Samuel Koga, in that interview, also stated that the police were there to mind the secret of the Capitol, the legislature, and to prevent any intruders from destroying anything.
So you mean the police were in charge?
The police were in charge. None of them were caught. None of them were caught. One of the, let me tell you, Labrador people, one of the young men who was tortured, sodomized, and managed to escape the country through the help of some international folks. Last night he was on my podcast, he trended, and then we got in contact. I will talk to him. He's supposed to be appearing on my show anytime. There were 2 that was taken out of the country. Andrew Lawson and Albert Weir. These men were young men were tortured, sodomized between NSA and the police headquarters. And to this day, the government do not know how they left the country. They were supposed to serve as state witnesses. Okay? So we are periscoping and digging deeper into what would be the mindset of the defense team. So all of these people who name a call are working in the government, Mo Ali, the two representatives, now one of them is Senator Koga and Colette, the IG, the Justice Minister, the NSA Director, Princey Johnson, and Samuel Kofi Owusu Woods. Those people are possible witnesses for the defense. And the prosecution must never reject the defense calling those people up to answer, to whatever questions they have. And so let's continue to do what we do, inform the Liberian people, speak truth to power, and fear nothing. Or to do wrong. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The Dig Deeper man from Jida Hartog, not Jay, but Wab Michael Gilman. My man Randy Dapo. I don't know where he is. I think he's listening. If you're listening, Randy, a call. Let's hear your input on these topics. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Kind. I'm relatively kind. This is David King.
Go ahead, David.
I want to join you from my friend notice resident this afternoon. You see, kind. What we saw here over the last few months, I think the recent statement made by Speaker Kuhn, the police should take that into consideration and allow for Nami and others to go. What do I mean? Speaker Kuhn told the people, the Liberian people in general, that every disturbance that was carried out at the capital, we orchestrated it. We did that because we want a regime speaker.
That's right.
I mean, he's very clear in a discussion with the people of West Point. So why would the police now go after Speaker Kuhn, David Sigo, Abubana Kamara, and David, Jacob David? Because the reason I'm not calling President Kuhn, she's an actress. She's not there on anything serious. Like today, you saw what happened. A boyfriend, George Calado, having to be a lawyer, said that they were that part of the preliminary hearing today. You saw her hunting David Sibo. Not just a show, man, shape that they were trying to show there. But we are saying to the government, hey, you are very serious to investigate the fire. I think the investigation should start with Joseph Waka and the RG Koma, because these are people who went without any investigation, he said it's a harmful attack. But you listen to that fire expert at the board, yes. They didn't mention anything like has an attack in a capital city. That whole report is out there. But for them to have come and start to charge people and doing all sorts of things, so this thing got to stop in this country. They put it up with you are giving authority to lead this country.
That's right.
You are not giving authority to go after people. So what you keep, the mantra you keep on to rescue the people, down the black people are all on the street begging. So you should rescue this country. Not to come and be going after people, you're leaving your job undone and going after innocent people for something that no business are going after them for. So Mr. Wakai, this should be a warning to you, because July 17 will show force and you will get to understand the language we are speaking. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's go and talk to Alexa. 3 more calls. Then we'll talk about how the Liberian people are increasing your taxes. Then we'll talk more about it on tomorrow. You know, we're not able to end the topic. We'll start it. You get smarting. Then we'll talk the rest of it on the next day. Let's talk to this person. Hello, go ahead. Good evening. How are you? How you doing?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. American people can hear me this time. Hello. How are you? How are you? How you doing? Are you there?
I'm here. Probably your network got a problem.
Okay, but I'm hearing you now. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. Thank you, KOK, you and Leza. This is Ali Masade from Maryland, USA.
Go ahead.
Okay, to the issue. You just listen to Mr. Gilman. Oh my God. When we're talking about independent investigation, this is where it starts from. Everything that Mr. Gilman just outlined. And when you say some of these things, people will be like, oh, Ali, you said in America there, if you listen to an audio, you say this thing that you are talking.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Are you still there? Oh my God! I think something is wrong with this American line. But we're very sorry. Let's talk to this person, and we talk to one more and call it a day on this topic. Go ahead. Good evening. How are you? How you doing?
Good evening, Carl, and good evening to our listeners.
Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, this is Peter Lane. I call you guys from Congo Town.
Let's hear you.
You know, Oliver, one thing that I believe is that we, or me personally, I know the doer of that act when it comes to the legislative saga, but we just follow the quote to hear what they want to say. We have one regime speaker who was so desperate to be a speaker because of his political association with the president. He even admitted that they caused the stabbing at the Capitol building because of his speakership. All on radio, people had a video all around here and they're all aware. So what else do we want to know? All the problem that was caused in that Capitol building, it was because of the one that today he called himself speaker. He wanted to be speaker, so he was doing everything possible to become speaker. But we found a case, like I said, to hear from the court, the side of the court. And when it comes to Madam Vetera, I don't know, Vetera, whoever.
Veronica Do.
I think Veronica Do. I think our situation is somehow complicated because even her own family are now going against her. All right? And the gift that was given to the family, it wasn't given individually to her. It was for the family. So with all the action, the behavior, drama that she kept on social media, I think she is being influenced by other people. She's being influenced by politicians to politicize her own mother death, which is very wrong.
Thank you.
So I think they need to deviate from that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's leave it and talk to the last person on this topic. Then we go to our concluding stages of today's show. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute, then we'll take a musical break to be back. Hello?
Yeah, okay, good evening.
Good evening, my dear brother. How are you, sir?
Okay, let me say good evening to the listener. This is Kwema William in a joining from my area this evening.
Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Let me say thanks to you for the topic of discussion this evening. You see, okay, I think I know the area of who you should be careful what you're doing now or else tomorrow they will hold on. You see, the gift that was given to her from the former president, for our president, it was something, that donation was done for the family. It was not done for Petero alone. It was not something that President Weah went there and said, oh, Petero, I'm giving you this. That particular gift, that's the reason why when you play the audio and listen to it, the woman and everybody angry with her. The other woman even say, oh, they won't bury a man. They won't bury a man. You think those things that you refuse it today, you send it back. You know how many people could benefit from that? You know how many people? My sister, this too is Gabriel. This is the United Party government. These are the attacks that they play. They can use people at the end and bomb you. You see, this thing involved for politics. This woman, she died. We all with civil dancing with you people. Don't allow for the president and the United Party folks to use you at the end tomorrow. They will dump you, my sister. Except they get and then use it for the internal purpose that the president, our president gave you. But if you feel say you want to listen to President Bogai or Jeremiah Kuhn, and don't forget that Jeremiah Kuhn and President Bogai is discussing. These are the same, although it is not about the team, but these are the same people. The same people yesterday that were against your left power and they were against him, they kill him.
Okay, we'll leave it right there. We'll leave it right there. Mommy knows that very well. I mean, she's aware of the rest of the history. I don't want the platform to be used to take that one on. We're sorry for those of you who are calling and we cannot get you on board. Let's take this quick break. When we come back, we talk about the government. Your government has increased taxes. The thing you used to buy $20, start getting prepared to buy $30. Your government, instead of rescuing you, has increased taxes. You know the music I'm about to play? Most of you think it will be political, but it will not be. This song is called You Get Tattoo. It was done by our man 1030. Enjoy it. We'll be right back.
artist workers.
Why you want tell me? 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 Love me, I'm love me. I can show her. Why you want tell me? Think it better. Think it better. Damange boche. Damange boche. Damange boche. Any biggie. You get a do, I get a do. I'm screaming. You get CEO, I get CEO. Why you want tell me? Think it better. You get boyfriend, I get girlfriend. Why you want tell me? Do the same thing. Why you want tell me? You can crush her, I can take you. Why you want tell me? Better.
You think you better? Demoke boche. Demoke boche. You can spray it, Alessa. I can spray it. What you want to tell me? I like this song very well. You get president, I get president. What you want to tell me? I ain't looking for somebody to get a president.
All my children balling, all my guys flexing, messing. You never spending the money, scatter everybody. If you feel that you better, you lying. So why you want tell me? That one not your problem. Back coming, plenty money, June coming, DJ playing.
Why you want to tell me? You get radio, I get radio. Why you want to tell me?
The more like a problem. Because you must touch. DJ put it well, okay, you. Because you touch.
You can lie, we can tell the truth. Why you want to tell? Okay, we'll drop it down.
I swear you can be my friend. Be a concrete. I'm a serious. Sleeping.
Why you want tell me? Why you want tell me? You love me, I'm loving. You can show her, I can show her. Why you want tell me?
Look, this song is good. You think you better?
I get that do. My earpo, you scream here, I scream here.
You can spray here, I can spray here.
You want to tell me? Think it better.
You can spray here, I get black hair. What you want to tell me? The musician will kill us out. Okay, we'll leave it right there. We'll drop it. But trust me, Alexa, please go read the thing I sent you. Yeah, quickly. I mean, we're not talking plenty on it. We just won't read it. Tomorrow we'll talk the main thing. We my name Joe Baga. My name is Joe Boykai.
So I know you was scared of print it.
Joe as in Josephus, I said Joseph.
Not Joseph Boykai.
No, my name is Josephus Boykai.
So this is from.
We're going to say a name as the president.
Joseph Boykai picking. Imagine.
I'm Josephus Boykai. Go ahead.
So this is from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and wow, since the 5th of June.
Yeah, June 5th.
So it has been like five days, is it? Because today's the 10th.
Good.
So I'm not going to read, the above. It says the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in close consultation with the management of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, has announced that the prices of fuel oil have increased by 5 United States cents, while the prices of gasoline have increased by 8 United States cents respectively.
Good.
And here they have a whole chat.
So we want that one.
Exactly.
So
the Ministry of Commerce.
Just go over that paragraph. Where is it? Yeah, that
that's
one.
what I'm doing.
Yeah,
here.
go ahead.
The Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in close consultation with the management of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, has announced that the prices of fuel oil have increased by 5 United States cents.
Good.
While the prices of gasoline have increased by 8 United States cents respectively.
Okay. So what that means is that the bottom line is gas and fuel prices go up.
And there's also this one you sent from LRA. And because of what was
we don't have time, so let's read that one.
This is from May.
Yeah.
Said this, dear management, this is to remind you of the application of the new GST rate of 12%.
12%
on your service tax invoice or receipts issued to customers.
Good.
Whoa. Kindly ensure that your invoice reflects the correct service tax charge. You're required to clearly indicate the consideration, that's the price of the supply of services you have provided to your customers, separate from the amount of service tax charged on each invoice or receipt issued. Please note that pursuant to Section 55 titled Records, every person with tax obligations, whether for payments or withholding shall maintain records of all goods and services tax invoices, purchase orders, sales receipts, sales logs, and invoices issued. The LRA will be conducting inspection to ensure your compliance beginning May 29, 2025. Failure to comply with the law will lead to punitive measures being applied, including the imposition of penalties and temporary closure of your business.
Okay.
So this was and then Maruchigan had to, inform their
good. So read the Maroon Chicken on quickly.
Dear valued customers, please be informed that starting with your next invoice, a 2% increase in goods and services tax (GST)
they meant 12% increment.
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah,
will be applied. This adjustment is mandated by the Liberia Revenue Authority and must be paid by the consumer.
It must be paid by the consumer and not the business.
If you go buy
the government told the business people say the tax will come in increase, and now you're the business people coming pay that the Liberian people will go buy from you that they don't want to pay. Read that part again. This
adjustment is mandated by the Liberia Revenue Authority.
Is mandated by the Revenue Authority under Joe Baka.
Paid by the consumer.
And now the people who selling will pay for it.
Not
it
the
is
business.
Those of you who can go buy it that you will pay for it. And who are the people that are Liberian
people? So if you go and buy your sandwich,
so
anything, buy your burger,
if you go and buy baby dapper, all that thing, and just no say the 12% increment that you will pay is not the government. And they will not tell you say when they finish giving you the milk cup. They will not tell you say, oh, the milk cup finish giving you pay for it and bring your tax or no. They will the seller will they pay the price of the milk up, the price of the burger we carton or the price of the one or the so everything you can buy in the country. The government has increased the taxes by 12%. Like the thing Roger Kuna was doing while the capital building was on fire. Every year they go say they go setting up pavilion that you kind of funny laws they were passing. So after all the yama they were doing up Capitol Hill, right now we have in the country 12% increment on goods and services. GST, the goods and service tax. 12% increment. So the thing used to be buying $20, $30, this time start finding $35, $40 because in our country, by then the government say they want more happy, the citizens together on a way to add on there and everything. So instead of the country being rescued, instead of we having a rescue agenda, we are now having an agenda that is increasing taxes and burden on the ordinary Liberian people. This is what we have on our hands. Instead of the fuel and lubricant prices coming down, and let's just read to you that why all of this whole thing about arresting CDC people, carrying them to jail, JUNE-11, why these things are happening, your government increasing gasoline and fuel prices in the market.
They are increasing the prices of goods and services by 12% in this country. That is so wide extent these things are. And do you know what they told the businesses? They tell the business people say their taxes were increasing, and now the business people will pay that the people who come into you to come be buying, the Liberian citizens who come in to buy from you, they're the one who pay the taxes. This is supposed to be a rescue government. This is not supposed to be a government that will suffer the people. This government is not supposed to add taxes up. This government is supposed to make things prices high. Instead of telling the business people to be the one to pay for it, the government told the business people, don't worry, business people, then you will pay. The people who sat in PP and Poo Water on September 17, 2023, who came to endorse us and endorse the rescue mission, the citizens that they don't want to pay. He said the consumers will pay. And that's why Maroon Chicken communicated with her customers, and several other businesses are doing it. Should we be having a situation in the country where we'll be having tax increase, Alexa? That is not why it's supposed to be. But at tomorrow topic, we will find additional. We'll be asking people how much they used to be buying the other cartoon and other different things. So a chicken feed, you used to get chicken feed for $400. Just know that either the government be cutting 2 of the chicken nails or the toe from there, and be giving it to you for $100. Things are about to go on the increase. They will not be talking to read you government papers. That is how terrible it is. That is how terrible it is. So while they're passing around, unnecessarily involved with 2 minute distractions, they are increasing taxes on you, the ordinary people. This is not supposed to be. It is not our promise. No, we got less than 2 minutes ago. It is not our promise. You didn't promise us this. You promised us rescue.
Mr. Rescue.
Oh yeah, Alexa, you reminded me.
I don't want to.
You promised to rescue us.
Who you came to rescue?
You promised to rescue us. Why are you increasing taxes, Mr. President? Why are you increasing taxes? And instead of the government taking the responsibility of the taxes, you're telling Liberians, the consumers.
So if you go to a restaurant,
forget restaurant, Benny. People don't go to restaurant unless even though
no, don't do that.
They're too part of the country.
Going to a restaurant doesn't mean you have money.
That's right. That's true.
Sometimes you will save or maybe for a month and then you want to take your family out.
Just $5, $6, $7,
exactly.
but you come and start spending more money now.
Seriously.
That's how terrible it is.